What is up, everybody?
Oh,
Mr. Porkchop back here for another one. I had my daughter with me this morning. She did not want to nap today, so she's going to be part of today's video. It's going to be a real quick video. I'm just going to go over Big O notation. If anybody's, anybody that's kind of been coding for a little bit or taking any classes in computer science probably has seen this. And it's somewhat straightforward in one respect, but then also kind of confusing. I had a little trouble kind of just understanding certain aspects of the Big O notation. So I'm going to make a quick video going over kind of like what I found confusing and what helped me to understand it, as well as just kind of highlighting this website here, bigocheatsheets.com. This is something my professor actually kind of got me onto. It's a good just reference to kind of supplement your my learning. And then I'm going to show one figure from my actual textbook. Hopefully my school doesn't mind me showing that one figure, but it's easier than trying to come up with my own examples. So this one figure I'm going to go over just basically has a little example in pseudocode, and then the different O notation for that. So the first thing I'll kind of highlight is most of Big O notation is just okay, is just kind of counting loops. So you're basically just counting how many loops deep the statement is, and that kind of lets you know. So for instance, a constant is just like an if statement. There's no variable that really relies. This isn't going to keep going over and over and over again. Like in this O of n, you can see that this for loop is going to continue going. Oh, you okay? Hurt your finger? Well, you shouldn't be whacking things with little spatulas. But yeah, like in this one, you can see that this for loop is going to continue depending on the size of this number size. So that would be O of n, where n is basically the variable that is going to determine the amount of times that this goes. And then we'll jump over to this O n of squared, is basically just a for loop inside of a for loop. So again, here you have n times n amount that this is going to continue. And what kind of got confusing for me were these logarithmic ones. So this O log n, it just made it kind of confusing for me. And basically the only difference where you're going to see log is basically whenever something is kind of divided. Alright, so yeah, sorry about that. As I was saying, when it comes to O log n or O n log n, it's always going to have basically a division in it. So it's kind of like dividing basically the list. It does like a search, divides the list in half, and then goes from there. So that's where you're going to kind of see the log n and n log n. Yeah, that's kind of it. The exponential one, I'm not even really going to try to explain that one. But basically, hold on, all right. Basically what my instructor was saying is you can use this website as kind of a reference, because most of the questions are going to deal with worst case time complexity and worst case space complexity for different lists here. So yeah, this site can be used kind of as a useful reference when when you're asked a question about, what is the worst case time complexity for an array for access or search, insertion, deletion, or what is the worst case space complexity. You can come back and kind of reference that. Same thing with the different types of sorts. So with like quick sort, merge sort, bubble sort, any of those, you can basically kind of memorize maybe at least the worst case scenarios for these, and that'll just help you when you're trying to distinguish between them. Okay, so basically all I'm trying to say is bigocheatsheets.com. If you're doing any type of thing where you need to know different worst case, best case, or even average case scenarios for different merges or different data structures, this is a good site to reference. And yeah, so that's going to be it for today's video. I'll try to do a more in-depth video maybe in the future, but that's basically all I really wanted to get by. All right, guys, have a good one.